Hey, good morning guys, welcome back to Heiko Shaves. I have a really special shave for you guys today. I already posted on the community section of my channel that Razor Emporium has sent me a package, and here's the content of this package, which actually one of you guessed correctly. It is, so here's the package content sticker, a inspection ticket. They always do a pre-shipment inspection, and then there is a little, little non-plastic cover over it, and then in here is a Rex Sentry. Has a little plastic on it. Let's peel this off. Oh my goodness, this is tight. That's really on there. I guess they do that to protect the brushed surface here on the cap. So the Rex Sentry is a typical three-piece slant razor that Rex Supply Company came out with, I think last year, end of last year or beginning of this year. I'm not 100% sure on this. This one here, made in the United States, as it says at the bottom here. I don't know if you guys can see. Rex Supply. And serial number 19214U1. Somehow you can figure out when this was made, what batch this was, and all that. Really nice. You guys know that I'm pretty much into slant razors. I have a Rex console, which I really love and adore. I have the Yachi Ultima Slant stainless steel, which I really like. I also have the Razor Rock sitting right here, which is a slant. And I have the Timeless Aluminum Slant, which is absolutely one of my favorite razors. Very mild, very gentle on the skin. And now I finally got my hands on the Sentry. As you guys probably already noticed, they use names for their razors that are kind of diplomatic service. So there's the ambassador, there's the consul, there's a Sentry is kind of a guard, right? I even made a name suggestion. They haven't used it yet, but so this is their slant razor made in the United States, completely made out of 316L stainless steel. That's marine grade stainless steel. It has the same handle knurling as the more expensive console here next to each other. So here's my console that we just recently used for a shave. Let's put that out of the way. And Matt Pisarcik, I emailed him and asked him, hey, if I can get one of those for review. And I get to keep it, but no money has exchanged hands, so all the opinions are mine, right? And we're going to shave with this today. And then on top of that, we're going to use my standard blade, the Wilkinson Sword, which I use whenever I get most of the time. Let's say not always, but most of the time when I get a nice new razor and I want to see how it performs kind of in the grand scheme of things. Then on top of that, we're going to use a soap sample from Stirling Soap, which I bought a little while ago. This is the Electric Sheep. It's glacial. That means there's lots of menthol in it. They actually warn on their webpage to not use it if you don't, if you're not used to the burn of menthol. And then I also have a sample of Electric Sheep of the same, the glacial mentholated aftershave. And that's going to go into a little box afterwards, the soap will. We're going to put this in my Timeless shave bowl here. I'm just going to rip open this entire thing. They have this wrapped in this type of shrink wrap, I think. Do I have a pocket knife in my pocket? No. I always have a hard time getting this open without making a total mess out of this puck here. In my face, you see about 3 days of growth. I have been really lazy, not shaving. Here's the pug. You get a really good size slice of a pug, and we're just going to throw this right in here. Maybe I push it down a little bit so it sticks to the bowl. And then I already introduced my new shave brush, which has quickly become one of my new favorites here, the M7 by Simpson. And it has the Sovereign fiber, which is a synthetic knot, very short loft with a 23mm knot, I want to say. Might get that wrong. I have already water sitting here. So we're going to, since we're using Stirling soap, we're going to use my Stirling pre-shave, which is also mentholated. Comes in this block. I wish they would make this maybe as a round, kind of like a pug, so it's a little bit easier to rub around in your face. So we're just gonna dip this in water, and I still have an owie. I think this is more or less now become an ingrown hair, and it's just not healing really well. So I don't know what's going on here. It's this shaving business that caused it. So Stirling pre-shave, mentholated already, and we're going to rub this in a little bit. Gets pretty foamy if you add some water to it. I bet I could shave with this. Alright. So now the stubbles have a second to soak through, get a little softer as we get ready for the lather here. But let's put a razor blade into this brand new Rex Supply Sentry here real quick. Here is the Wilkinson. Unwrap the thing without cutting myself in my fingies. Put it on my sink real quick. And then here's the 3-piece. Everything is stainless. Very nicely machined. Here, look at the surfaces. Very nicely brushed. Everything looks great. The bottom of the top cap, you can still see a few machining marks. Like the CNC machine does its rounds here to machine out the little alignment tabs. I hope you guys can see that. And with a 3-piece, really simple, right? We just slap the blade on there. Like that, more or less. The problem here is, I'll show you. So the alignment tabs are not very long. So if you put the blade on there, they're not really interfacing the blade yet. That's going to happen once you tighten it down. But you kind of have to, you know, put it on there. No alignment marks, so it doesn't matter which direction you put the base plate on. And I still don't have the blade aligned with everything. There's probably a trick to that, which I don't know. But yeah, some razor designs, they just have longer alignment tabs or pins. Yeah, I still don't have it aligned. I have experienced that with the Rex console as well. So to interface the alignment tabs with the blade, it needs to be pushed down. But when it straightens out like this, it doesn't touch, I don't know if you guys can see that, it doesn't touch the alignment tabs. So we'll see if I can get it together here. Cannot be that complicated, right? So if those alignment tabs would just be a little itty bitty taller, it would be a little easier. But looks like we got it now. So the Rex design always has this little radius end, which gives it enough material to cover up the blade tabs. There's nothing sticking out really. Let's look at the alignment here. That looks good. Someone told me that the aggression level of the Sentry here, which is a non-adjustable slant razor, is roughly at a level of a 4 on the Rex console. So if we would have the Rex console also equipped with a blade, and I would set it to level 4, that's roughly, yeah. So the gap between the top cap and the base plate is about the same at level 4. So that's where we're sitting. Of course, on the Sentry, you cannot change that. It's not adjustable, obviously. All right, now we're going to grab my Simpson M7, dip it in water, doesn't need to be pre-soaked, and we're going to go right here into the bowl where the pug is already waiting, the Electric Sheep Glacial. And I can already smell the menthol from a distance, so it's definitely going to be cold. And I'm taking more and more water. So I'm loading up the brush, and then ultimately the lathering is going to happen in my face. That's loaded up pretty good. Let's get some little bit more water and start the lather. There's plenty to shave off. We're going to take it easy and do a with the grain pass right out of the gate to see how it feels, how it goes. And I went with Wilkinson sword blade because they are a little sharper than the average blade. They're not at a feather level, but they're definitely sharp enough, at least for me, to take multiple days of growth off without tugging. And that's kind of important, I think. Very nice. Feels good, nice and cold, very mentholated, that's for sure. All right, and now let's grab the Sentry. One last look, looks good. Very good, feels good in the hand. The knurling on the console is great. This one here is great too. The handle is a little shorter than on the console. No, it's about the same. Minor differences. And here we go. Goes through the stubbles like butter. And I'm bleeding now. Great. This isn't super mild, but it is very, very pleasant. So this is maybe at a level 2 on my 1 through 5 aggression level. So a 2, not very aggressive, not super, super mild, but very, very friendly to the skin. Glides really well too. I mean, we're using a good soap. Stirling soap are really good. The blade is really good. It cuts right through all the stubbles there. Yeah, there's good amount of blade feel, so you can feel whether or not you are actually engaging with the stubbles. There's quite a decent blade gap as well, as you can see, but it's not overly scary or yeah, very, very good, very good. My face is nice and cold. It really feels cold. This is of course not really cold, but just a, kind of a chemical reaction on your skin, just like eating very spicy food. It's not really very hot, but it feels like it, or your brain tells you something is hot. All right, we're going to use the rolling trick here again that I just learned. Huh, good, huh? Huh. So first pass, guys, first pass with a Wilkinson sword and our Sentry. Unfortunately, it cut my little bleeder open again, my ingrown hair. It's really bugging me. That's the same spot I cut myself with a leaf twig like half a year ago. And I don't know what happened there. So we have taken, I would say, about 80% off. There's of course still some left here and some left here. But very good result after the first pass. I know Matt Pisarcik is a big proponent of a single pass shaving. So you're not doing multi-pass and avoid ingrown hair that way and avoid irritation that way. I'm more of the multi-pass approach. That's why I like the mild razor so much, as you guys already all know. So now here the combination of a very glacial, very mentholated soap, a very sharp blade, and a mild to medium aggressive slant razor really gets the job done. Very good. Yeah, it's very nicely mentholated. And not overly strongly scented. It's not like my eyes are burning or anything. but the effect of menthol on the skin here is just noticeably stronger than Parasso Green, for example, has a little bit of menthol in it. This one here is like 5 levels up from that. Cold. All right, here we go. Second pass with a stainless steel Sentry. Rinsing out vigorously. The only place where I keep having a little bit of some lather stuck is right where the slot here, the clean out slot, has a little bridge. You see that? Right there. All right, here we go. And I would be more than happy to compare this thing against some other razors if you like. We can absolutely make some comparisons against the Console, the Timeless Slant razor, the Yachi razor, which I really like. I think what we have talked about this before, but in some razor designs you have a little bit more radius. The blade gets tensioned more or pushed more into a very small radius. And what that does is it decreases the angle of the blade towards your skin. So the steeper the radius, or the smaller the radius, I should say, the flatter the blade approaches your skin. If you have a razor that doesn't have such a small radius, the blade has more a scraping action, where here it's more a slicing action. And I think Rex Supply Company or Razor Emporium, they do a really good job. So if we directly compare it to the Yachi here right now, you can see that the head design is much flatter. And so when you put a blade in here, it doesn't get curved quite as much. And so the blade really approaches more at a dull angle and has a little bit more scraping than slicing. So this is more a slicer, and some other razors are more scrapers. So now I'm bleeding here, but that's also not the razor's fault, because I have another bump here. I don't know what's going on with my skin at the moment, but I'm not shaving enough. I think that's what it is. I'm not shaving enough. I'm being lazy. And then I just have, you know, outbreaks. Sorry about that. So all this mess here. Anyways, what I was going to say is this is a very nice slicing action razor, which I really like. Goes over the skin really well, as long as you don't have any bumps in your face. Nothing is going to happen. So now we're done with the second pass, and I'm going to do a quick little inspection. So now I would be perfectly happy to go outside into the world. Shave result is very good. We're probably at 98%. There's still a little bit here and a little bit here, but that's why we're going to do a third pass today. Lather up one more time. And we're going to go against the grain now. I'm going to try to stay away from my bleeders. Oh yeah, very nice. Very cold. Electric Sheep by Stirling Soap. All right, here we go. Against the grain. And I'm gonna stop short of my injury up there. Yeah, very good. It slices right through. You can hear that there is still something going on. Very good. Yeah, it is, you know, it's not mild, but it's mild to medium, so a level 2, 2.5, somewhere there. So if you have worked up your proficiency level to the point where you can accept a little bit more aggressive, so you have worked your way up from, you know, the Mercure 34C or the leaf twig, for example. Oh, we're doing against the grain. Here we go. Very good. It does a very good job slicing. Yeah. All right, and now we for sure have a BBS here. Oh yeah, this is BBS. And like I said, the bleeding going on here is absolutely no fault of the Sentry. It's just my messed up skin at the moment. This bump here and this lump. I hope you can not stare at it the entire time. I don't want to make you guys uncomfortable, but I also don't want to let you hanging here without any content. But yeah, we definitely got a full BBS here today. So it's just the right aggression level for me. If it would be any more, I think I wouldn't like it as much. This is just the level that I have personally worked my way up to, so I can grab this and shave with. Of course, at 6 a.m. in the morning, I would probably still go for a little bit milder. You know, I would go for the level 1 here at my 1 to 5 scale to really make sure that in my sleepy head I'm not chopping off stuff. But for a nice shave, and I concentrate on what I'm doing, this is really, really enjoyable. Oops, we haven't even weighed it yet. We need to find out how much this thing weighs. It's an, falling over, 97.3 grams. Here, let's compare it to the console. So the only difference would be the blade. This is 106 without blade, and this one is 97 with a blade. So fairly comparable. There's about 10 grams in between. The blade's probably adding a gram or two. The handle is really nice. It's just about the perfect length for me. I can shave with longer handles, but I do kind of like the stubby ones. And it also has the hollow end here. So it's not a, it looks like it's an extra piece. I can see a little gap in between here. I don't think it comes off. It's a typical 3-piece, but they made this piece hollow. Let's see if it's hollow all the way through, and I think so. Yeah, it's all the way through, so if any moisture gets in there, it can drip out, and then you can get a stand, just like for the console that has a pin. So moisture can drain out of this razor. That's really nice. And then, you know, 316L stainless steel can spend a couple of years at the bottom of the ocean and would still be okay. So this is really high quality, nice machining. I haven't found any flaws with this thing. I like that the blade tabs are covered over, and I do like this radius. What that does is it brings the outside edge of the razor head really close to the cutting edge of the blade, as you can see. Yeah, completely forgot to use my zooming function here for you guys. So, and the only place where there's always a little bit of lather stuck is just where there is a bridge in that slot, right? But other than that, lovely, very good, very smooth. Feels good, glides along the skin. It's not a bead blasted finish. This is more a brushed finish. And I really enjoyed it. All right, let me rinse off real quick. Alrighty guys, that's good. Good soap. The Electric Sheep, if you like menthol, if you like a lot of menthol, try it out. Get yourself a sample. I really like the sample sizes that Stirling sells. And now they always come with a sticker on this little wrapper that's on the sample. And usually I manage to pull this off in one piece. And then if you have a little container that you want to use, you just stick it right on there. And then we have an Electric Sheep container. It's pretty big, this one here. I use, you know, sometimes you get hard candy in those metal tins. And Stirling themselves, they actually sell little tins as well that you can use. And just put the sticker on there. All right, let's use the Aftershave. Electric Sheep Aftershave Splash. QR code that you can scan. Handcrafted by Stirling Soap Company in Arkansas. Alright, here we go. It also has this little reducer in there, so you're not dumping the entire content on your hand. Oh, yeah, very mentally. With my injuries, for sure, aftershave that contains alcohol, you're going to have a little bit of some burning sensation. I have a little nick down here. No big deal. We could also do the alum treatment for my 3 injuries. This is a little nick from shaving. This one's bad. And this one is a little pimple, I guess, I cut off. I don't know. It's the summertime. I don't know. I guess I'm smearing more stuff in my face, like sunscreen and... But, oh, very good. Lots of menthol. That's really the only thing that I can smell. For scent descriptions, they're really good on the Stirling webpage as well. I should have probably combined the Sentry with a Razor Emporium product, but didn't have anything available at the moment. And I really wanted to get to the Electric Sheep. My Simpson brush, as I already mentioned in the other video, previous video, this is really good. It has a really nice long handle, so you're not constantly dipping your fingers in your own lather. It has a stubby, short, luft synthetic knot that makes it a little stiffer, has a little bit more backbone, and really helps with the lathering. And Wilkinson sword blade, I don't need to introduce. It's a good one. It's, you know, a little bit more on the sharp side. It's not the sharpest. It's not at a feather blade level, but it really went through all those stubbles, really no problem. I would have used... oh, actually, I do have another one of those. You guys remember my little... Where is it? Oh, yeah. The Paraso... The Paraso Gel Reparatur Repair Gel, which is an aluminum-based little gel here. I have this sitting around. The other one dried off or dried up. So you just take a little bit and just put it on your bleeding spot. It's like a styptic pencil or an alum block. You just put it on there and it kind of puts a layer on there. It's pretty thick. And then it sucks the wound together and stops the bleeding. That's pretty much what you do. And then rinse off the rest from your fingers. Because, you know, it's aluminum. Be informed about those things. Make up your own mind. Don't necessarily follow other people's examples. So someone who uses alum block every single day, I don't think it's necessary unless you really cut up your face and you want to stop the bleeding. I mean, I do kind of look a little bit butchered today. But I think this is for sure all my fault, and this probably also technique. Like I said, it is not the super mildest, but it's a good level of aggression to have in a razor, and it's a really well-made one as well. Really like it, really do. Very beautiful. All right, thanks Matt Pisarcik for sending this over, and we're gonna put this thing to work. We're gonna make a bunch of comparisons to other Slant razors so that you guys can see where the Sentry falls, and then also wanted to mention the price. Latest price on the Razor Emporium webpage is... The Sentry currently is $189. Do they make a... There's also the Envoy, which I have not tried, which is a 3-piece double-edged safety. That's $150. So that's their straight close comb, non-slanted 3-piece, and the Sentry is the slanted. But do they also have a Sentry XL? Ambassador? Nope, they don't. And then you can also buy a machined stainless steel razor stand, which is knurled, smooth. $70 or $100 depending on what design you pick. So you can get a stand for the razor, which is the type that has a pin sticking out here. I'll show you a picture real quick. And then you can put it on there. They also have a nice travel case for all their razors, which is a combination of, I want to say wood and leather. And that's 120 bucks. So you can accessorize your razor quite a bit. And Rex Supply Company has also started selling platinum double-edged safety razor blades. And I would say, knowing Rex Supply Company, everyone always requested that we recommend a blade that will work best with their Rex razor line, and now we can. Introducing the Rex Supply Company Platinum Double-Edged Razor Blades. Our razor blades are made from high-quality Swedish stainless steel, known for its exceptional durability and sharpness. This ensures that you get a precise and efficient shave every time. With a combination of chrome and platinum coating, they are the perfect pair for your Rex safety razor, featuring an added nano Teflon layer. Each pillar contains 2 tugs of 5 blades, total 100 blades. And that is quantity 5. Oh yeah, so 100 blades is 33 bucks. 10 blades is $4.16. So that makes it what? 41 cents a blade. So it's not extremely expensive, good price. Yeah. So you can get their own blade. I wish I would have had those. Unfortunately, the razor didn't come with a pack, but I would have loved to try that out. So yeah, lots of cool stuff available. Thanks, Razor Emporium, for sending this over. I really appreciate it. And like I said, we're going to put this thing through its paces against all kinds of other razors and compare how it stacks up, even against its own cousin, the Rex Console, and other Slant razors that we can dig out of the drawers here. Alrighty guys, that is it. I thank you for watching. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Please give me a thumbs up if you can and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.